We now return to Let's Play Afterlife. And this is just a bit of an update. We're at 250 million souls, which is half where we need to be. But I've already filled in about half the plane of hell. And so what I'm thinking is that when, well, if we make it to 500 million souls, the whole plane is going to be filled. And if I want to go for one of these other structures, that takes 1 billion souls. So, I think I'm going to have to build heaven if I want to get one of those. And since this is going to take a while by itself, I think I can go ahead and do that, rather than just putting aside a third session for one specifically for both and hell. I'll just add heaven to this. But I've added a few things that I can read here, like these ports. This is the Bono class hell port. Numerous attempts have been made to build bridges over stagnant, stinky rivers. Each of them has met with defeat, destructions, and other words that begin with D. Until such time as this little problem is solved, demiurges such as yourself will have to rely on ferries, skiffs, and barges to transport the damned across Hell's rivers. The Bono class ports are a lot like the Copperfield ports, which are the smaller ones, but without the charm. By eliminating the inefficient barter for passage system, these ports have jacked their yearly capacity up to 200,000 souls. I don't think anything else has come in that I haven't already read. But as you can see, we have lots of the maximum structures, but at, well, we're already halfway through the year 5000. Well, the millennium 5000. And I just cannot get away from being full capacity anymore. I've got over 1 million demons employed, but I am making 1 million pennies a year, which is pretty good, because as you now have 450 million pennies in the bank. Looking at the planet, there is quite a big population there now, and they have advanced to navigation, but as soon as they learned philosophy, everyone went evil. That angelic or virtuous problem no longer exists, except in some places along the north here, which are actually very virtuous. They're actually going up virtuous. But that's okay if I want to build the heaven, because I'm going to need a mix. And this area right here is very virtuous. Okay, well, before I turn this back on, now I'm making 6.5 pennies a soul. I'm thinking of just turning that or turning off bad things. That will put that in half. Let me look at the yeah, so I'd probably clear expenses anyway if I did that. But at this point, there's a 50-50 chance that Disco Inferno will come somewhere on my city. Appear somewhere on my city, that's what I meant. No, this is hell. So, to avoid unnecessary destruction, because he has wandered very close and destroyed this damn expensive karma portal for, 3 or 4 times, I'd rather not deal with that, and I think we're going to make enough money. I do have this big limbo inn, but it basically says the same thing as the other limbo bars. So let's go up to heaven. And, whoops. Heaven has quite large plains here to build in, which is nice, except for here where it's got all these rocks in the way. But the karma portals, or the anchors, are along the river. They're out of the way, and they do actually put out bad vibes. so we don't want to build close to them, but I think I'll start in this corner over here and probably just put it in the same configuration as last time, because I don't want my gates to start out in the middle. If I could actually put it here in the middle with the karma portal, and that would keep all the bad vibes right there. And then I could just build a port to the other side of the river. That might be a smarter idea. But first, let's find out where we can build a road. So let's see, there's that, 3... Okay, so I wouldn't be able to make it all the way there. Well, if I did bring it in a little bit closer, I could. I would just have to sort of skip around this or something. But then I could put a road along this way. Okay, well, let's do that. Let's start down here. And okay, so actually what I could do here is I could just sort of build... Okay, yeah, so I don't need a road there. That's good. Now, I've read several guides that suggest when you make both heaven and hell at the same time, you wait anyway for one realm to make money before switching to the next one. That's probably a good rule of thumb. But we are making plenty of money now, so I could just put down a pin city. Unnecessary expense, actually. But then I would probably never need another one for a long time. Let's just put in a Bob's crystal thing, and we'll just put it here where it's actually going to take up that. There, problem solved. Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. How do I want to lay this out? If I keep one of these for a structure, I might want to put the... Well, let's just do this. Now, when I'm doing this, it's going to be very important that I keep an eye on my demons and angels. Because if I have some idle ones, they're gonna go to the next realm and start causing trouble. Okay. So let's put a port. Probably just skip right to the Morrison class port, because otherwise it will just sort of be wasting time. I mean, I'll have to upgrade it eventually, so might as well just start out with the best one. And let's start out with a throne class gate, so I don't have to make another one right away. Put it here, I guess, because I don't want it to be too close. It will put out bad vibes, but I think I can put it there and get away with it. So let's put this here, put the second port there, and I'll put... I think I can start off with just a magic bus karma station. Put that right here. And we're gonna need some siphons. Okay. So that should be good to go. boy. Kind of nervous about this. I should turn off bad things. What? Oh, wow.
Wow, boss, you've managed to get 50,000 souls into heaven. To mark the occasion, the mysterious powers that be have left a Vista enhancement doohickey at your doorstep. Isn't that nice of them?
Wow. Wow. Holy crap.
We've taken one of those census thingies and decided that you've got way more reward structures than you need, and that it's costing you a whole lot of pennies.
Does this mean that the demiurge should, blow up some of heaven?
Well, yeah, if he's got half a brain. Heaven's gates are clogged worse than Jasper's arteries. Hey, Honcho, stop screwing around and zone for new reward structures. Heaven's losing souls faster than, well, something really fast.
Yeah, well, I didn't anticipate that. 50,000 just as soon as I turn that on? Good grief. Okay, we're gonna have to turn this on. Yeah, gates are already full. Good grief. Maybe I should just upgrade this. Be a lot of money. The throne class gates are weird, even by Afterlife standards. When souls arrive at these dizzy doorways, cheerful angels coax them into removing their footwear. Then, the barefoot souls are encouraged to take leisurely walks on the shag carpeting that covers the floors of the gate's waiting area. As the souls walk, the angels begin silently sorting them like sheepdogs. Within minutes, hundreds of souls are prepped for their heavenly experience, and the gates open. Of course, it's not really that simple. The gate's shag carpeting is really a sophisticated neuroempathic probe capable of reading the warp and woof of a soul's life merely by probing the bottoms of its feet. That's right, it's a soul reader. Now that you're done moaning, unless you're playing this in a foreign language and didn't get the pun, it should be mentioned that throne-class gates, though rather eccentric, are undeniably effective. In a pinch, they can process 200,000 souls a year and a darned impressive feat. Another pun. Okay. Right, I also forgot to put in training centers, but I did leave that area right there, so I will do that. The Halo Institutes of Technology. The Halo Institutes of Technology, or HALTECs, produce more highly trained angels faster than any other institution in heaven. There is, however, a price. The HALTEC students often lead lives of geeky isolation as they attempt to cram eons of angelic wisdom/trivia into their tiny little heads. This dweeby lifestyle often causes HALTEC angels to be abysmally lacking in social skills, a condition that is only alleviated as they graduate and enter the real world. Let's see, I guess I'll leave that at 60 for now, because I want angels coming in. I could use the macro manager. Let's see, just out of curiosity, 3 million pennies. We hardly have anything, and it's going to cost me 3 million pennies. I'll just do this by hand, actually. But we're already going to need much, much more than this. I'm going to have to build much more. Good grief. 50... I mean, I just turned it on, and it filled in with 50,000 souls. Heaven might catch up a little bit sooner than I had thought. See, I was gonna actually wait until I had gotten to my 500 million souls in hell before doing this, but if it's going to be full by the time that happens, then when I'm trying to build heaven, it's going to start trying to cram hell's souls into places it doesn't have room for, and then I'm going to start losing souls, and that would make it much more difficult. So by starting early, I figured I could catch up by the time hell filled in, but if it's going to be like this, might be juggling both. Damn it. Yeah, I won't be doing this very long. Macro Manager has been my friend for a long time, and now I'm making such an amount of money that I can actually afford to use it quite frequently. I did notice there were a couple other rewards here that we didn't get the first time around. Like this one. Heaven's Embassy. Only the most peaceful souls can be an ambassador, even under mortal conditions. When you consider that the most frequent diplomatic visitors to Heaven's embassies are sulfur-choked, cretinous demons from hell, it becomes doubly imperative that the embassies are staffed by souls of the most patient caliber. Okay, and this is a land of the lost toys. Every beloved toy you've ever lost can be found here, along with every toy you ever wanted but couldn't have. You'd be surprised how long a soul can play with toys without getting bored. Okay, so let's turn this back on and get building again. Okay, so that's being filled in there. I think I'll just put another one here. We're losing to blue. Well, it hasn't come in yet, but it says we're losing blue, so I'll just throw in another blue. And I'll fill this in over here. Let's make sure... Well, this is all new construction, so it's not powered yet. Wow.
Well, the bad news is Heaven is losing souls. The good news is you've got enough reward structures, but your roads aren't connected well enough. Remember, the only way a soul can walk from one place to another is on a road.
I hate to gossip, O omniscient one, but I believe your angels are taking advantage of your generous nature.
Well, that's not exactly true. After all, we angels don't have a greedy bone in our bodies. But it is true that all of our angels are imported, which is costing you a lot of
okay, well, I'm
pennies.
taking care of that.
Maybe you should build an angel training center, which will let us train our own cheaper angels.
Less expensive, you mean, not cheaper.
Whatever.
Okay, so let's turn this on for another... Wait a minute. I've also got this new structure to put down. I'll put that here. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, let's turn this on again. Wow, that actually didn't take out any of the bad vibes. And green is now at a loss. No longer at a loss. Good grief.
500,000 souls in
Holy
heaven?
sh...
Yay! Okay, so it's not that big a deal, but the powers that be think it is, and I've assigned a bunch of angels to build you an audio-improving embophone. Pretty nifty, huh?
Oh, goodness. This was a bad idea. Okay, let's turn this off before we have some real problems. She's telling me we still have too much. And that might be true for other things. The gate is 100% full. I'm going to need another one. Or just make it bigger. Why don't we do that? Jeez. It's a lot of money. The Prophecy Class Gate. Prophecy Class gates sit on the cutting edge of soul processing technology, churning out a whopping 2 million souls per annum. This is accomplished via handheld DNA scanners, which are in constant communication with Heaven's central database. All an angel has to do is wave the scanner over the head of a newly arrived soul, and within seconds a fully itemized list of that soul's virtues and suggested rewards will pop up on the view screen. Oh, man. Okay, well, let's put in some more green. And let's just use the macro manager here to balance everything for 4 million pennies. But this is okay. I'm okay with this because between the two of them we're making 1 million pennies still. So that's okay. You know, I'm going to save this. 500 million? Are you kidding me? Oh, now red has got a problem. blue is still having problems. Yes, okay, blue needs more. Although I'd really like to get them evolving before putting in more. But, well, I almost don't think we're gonna have time for that, to be honest. Oh man. Are they all balanced now? If I could get that to go, that would be nice. And I do now have another structure, so let's blow this up. Well, at this rate, we might actually get the next part of Skegfod's story in heaven. It's not telling me if I'm actually losing anything in hell. I guess I'm not, which is amazing. So let's look at the sins and virtues. Doesn't seem to have changed. Okay, so let's try this again. Uh-oh, what? Well, I saw some ports being a problem there, and now we're losing blue again. God damn it. Oh, brown already evolved. That's amazing. Let's just balance blue then.
Ooh, gosh, boss. All of Heaven's angel training centers are full. Maybe you should build a new one, or upgrade an old one, or sing tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la until you're happy.
Okay, blue, you really need to start doing something here. Losses again. Again, with the blue. Stop with the blue! Okay, macromanagement time for blue. Try and get one of these to evolve now. Now yellow. Okay. Boy, I can tell this is going to be fun. Why did I do this? Is that... Nope. Has not evolved yet. Well, to be fair, I'm probably trying to squeeze... Well, I am squeezing 500... Where are my souls? Squeezing 500 million souls. What? 3 million souls in heaven? No, just 3... what? We're quasi-deft. Yeah, this is a problem, though. This is going to be a major problem. So I still can't really see... I guess I could turn off hell. There we go. So, we do have plenty of blue. What's that about? Why are we losing blue when there's so much here? Red I can understand. I need to do something about red. There we go. And yellow, but I just put some yellow down. You know what I really need? Is another one of these fantastic limbos. And we're still losing because the limbo bar is full. Wow. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be so slapdash. I'm just gonna be throwing things together. We do have another big yellow. That's good. It's clearly not enough. So let's do another everybody balance for 4 million pennies. Oh, what's that? peaceful warrior pagodas. When a peaceful soul is ready to lay down his weapons, physical or otherwise, and spend eternity contemplating the joy of universal harmony, the peaceful warrior pagodas will have a rock garden waiting for him. And it looks like we've got something new coming in here. I'm going to turn it to mortal plotting because we need all the time to think about this as I can get. Swords into plowshares. In times past, peaceful souls would get to heaven and beat their swords into plowshares, which would be used to tend the fields of paradise. These days, peaceful souls can spend eternity housed in gleaming cities built from discarded missiles, assault weapons, and torpedoes. Wow. Oh, man. Limbo's ports on both sides.
Ports, for lack of a better word, are good. Ports work. Unfortunately, your ports don't work because they're overflowing.
I guess that means you should build some more ports, boss.
Yeah. Well, the one over here isn't too bad, but this one is 100% full, so maybe I should upgrade this too. For nearly 10 million souls, pennies. Could always build another one, of course, rather than just do this. That could be another reason why we're losing souls. They just can't get over there in time. Alright. And this is the ultimate one, the Kaufman class. Even at their narrowest, whoops, where am I? Okay, yeah, even at their narrowest, the rivers of heaven resist all attempts at bridge building, forcing those that would ford the deceptively placid streams to seek out the surfaces of heaven, or services, wow, of heaven's ferries, skiffs, and barges. The Kaufman class have sacrificed most of the cutesy charm of heaven's smaller ports in favor of sleek, modern efficiency, using radical advances in hollow halo technology. These ports are capable of ferrying up to 2 million souls across heaven's rivers every year. Unfortunately, their clam chowder is downright inedible, but that's the price of progress. In heaven? In heaven they've got inedible clam chowder? Unacceptable. Okay. So, actually, it looks like by building hell, or heaven, rather, I've sort of alleviated all my constant problems in hell. I don't really understand why that would be, but limbos are suffering in both, apparently. I've got 50% supplies in the ones down here in hell. But structures aren't really evolving over here, actually. Let's look at... Yeah, we're going to need some more orange down in hell pretty soon. A very small amount, and it says 0% here, but there's a small slice of the population on the planet that believes only cloud realms exist. But this is telling me that no one believes only heaven exists. 5% believe only hell exists. Yeah, I might want to build another training center to speed up the process. Getting these in. Ports in hell are almost full. Topias in heaven are full. Oh, crap. Well, that's going to cost me money. Yeah, 4% are commuting. Oh, boy. Well, I might just want to upgrade that then. Okay, well, this is an exciting new start, and we will continue it next time.